WikiLeaks now says that Ecuador shut down internet access for its founder, Julian Assange. He has been seeking asylum in London's Ecuadorian embassy since 2012 to avoid extradition over sex assault allegations. And WikiLeaks actually accused U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry of asking Ecuador to stop it from publishing documents about Hillary Clinton. The U.S. State Department responded saying this is simply untrue, and Ecuador's Foreign Minister Guillaume Long made no comment on the allegation, saying, quote, "The circumstances that led to the granting of asylum remain." If I've ever heard a less clear clarification on any issue before, I don't know that I remember. So the backstory, the context of this, of course, is that WikiLeaks has been releasing emails relating to affecting Hillary Clinton's campaign, including emails obtained through from campaign chairman John Podesta's email. Many of these relate to campaign strategy. Some of these relate to conversations with media outlets that, if you didn't know any better, you would think we're not coordinating media coverage to be advantageous to Hillary Clinton, but we're merely reporting on the Hillary Clinton campaign. There was a BBC call made to the Ecuadorian embassy. Weren't able to get through to anybody. A woman who picked up the phone reportedly said, quote, "I cannot disclose any information." I'm getting a ton of email and Twitter comments and Facebook comments, YouTube, from people saying, Assange is going to be killed soon. Can't you see what's going on, David? This is close to the end for Assange. There's, of course, the logistical issue. If Assange is inside the Ecuadorian embassy, it's going to be hard to kill him unless you're coming up with a plot that would be difficult to believe, even if it were part of like a Bourne movie. But we do see at least allegations that the Ecuadorian embassy may be reaching its limit as far as Julian Assange is concerned. Unclear, right, because they've been so cryptic in their statement. But let's take a step back from the sort of logistics of it. It's more or less widely accepted that Assange and WikiLeaks have a sort of dead man switch setup on a ton of data. So the way that this works is something along the lines of every 24 hours or maybe 48 hours or 72, who knows? Every so often, Julian Assange has to check in or activate some kind of digital dead man switch. So this might be he has to log on to a certain website or maybe send an email with a very particular string of characters to some inbox that is automatically monitored, some kind of signal that he's still alive, with the idea being that if he were to be killed, he would not be able to flip the dead man switch, and some data would automatically be released. The problem with that, and I've been researching this during the morning and I don't have a clear answer. On the one hand, it's pretty widely accepted that Julian Assange and WikiLeaks have some kind of a dead man switch scenario established. But on the other hand, Julian Assange has said many times that WikiLeaks, as a matter of policy, doesn't sit on material to be released at some kind of maximum at some optimal time for maximum political impact. The claim from Assange has been, we receive the material, we start vetting it, we redact as needed, and then we release it. So I don't really understand how you can simultaneously be holding blockbuster data with a dead man switch that will be released if you're killed and fail to reset the dead man switch. But at the same time, you say, we don't sit on anything. Everything we get that is of value, we release as soon as it's been redacted and taken care of. If that's not a contradiction, please email me and let me know what it is that I'm missing, because I don't really get it. My thoughts on specifically the cutting of Julian Assange's internet, it's a little silly in that WikiLeaks is not a one-person operation. It's only Julian Assange at the Ecuadorian embassy. It's more symbolic in meaning. I have no doubt that Julian Assange is involved in some of the major decisions made by WikiLeaks, but there is zero question, knowing everything we do about the organization and about Julian Assange, that there is some plan where things proceed even if you can't get a hold of Julian Assange. So from a strategic perspective, it doesn't really make sense. Maybe UK broadband providers have instituted data caps like we're seeing here in the US, and Assange was just over it at the embassy. And it's as simple an explanation as that. I don't really think so, but maybe at some point we'll figure it out.